Hello, I'm going to be doing a speech on Society of Friends. It is a religious group that first emerged as a new Christian denomination in England during a period where religion created vast turmoil in the mid-1600s. Society of Friends is also known as Quakers, and members of this religion, both Quakers and Friends, mean the same thing. Quakers are a much involved religious, faith-based community that lives in the modern world today. Quakers are not Amish or Puritans. Society of Friends was first formed in 1654 and, as mentioned, formed in England and consists of 300,000 followers. The group was founded by George Fox, who claimed that all are capable of receiving the promises of Christ without priests or ministers. The beliefs of members are diverse in the sense that they can range from evangelical or to liberal. Friends believes that the elements of God exist in every single human being. They also believe that regardless of a person's sexual orientation, beliefs, gender, race, or inherent worth, all people contain the element of God. Simplicity is one of the long-standing beliefs of Quakers. They do have a specific creed, either which sets them apart from many participating religions. A great way to become connected or learn more about the Society of Friends is through the Quaker Cloud. The Quaker Cloud is a web toolkit that supports the Quaker community and process. This tool provides a public-facing website, minute manager, and meeting directory. The Quaker Cloud was first launched in 2013 and has helped over 120 Quakers meet to develop their web presence through individual websites for meetings, as well as security and management tools for their convenience. The age of Quakers is the achievement of religious toleration in the 1690s coincided with the quietist phase in the Quakerism that lasted until the 19th century. Quietism is the endemic within Quakerism and emerges whenever trust in the inward light is stressed to the exclusion of everything else. It suits a time when little outward activity is demanded and when the peculiar traditions of a group seem particularly worth emphasizing. In the 18th century, Friends had gained most of the political objectives. Their language and dress, originally justified as a witness for honesty, simplicity, and equality, became password and uniform of a group now 75 to 90% composed of second and third generation Quakers. Strict enforcement of rules prohibiting marriage without parents' consent or to the non-members led to this disownment. According to one estimate, of a third of the English Friends who got married in the later half of the 18th century. More were disowned than converted, and since most members were these children of members, it is not surprised that Friends eventually came to recognize a category of birthright membership which seemed to relax the expectations of conversation. Seemingly self-absorbed in other ways, Friends in the age of Quietism intensified their social concerns. English Friends were active in the campaign to the end of slave trade, and American Friends, urged on by John Woolman and others, voluntarily emancipated all of their own slaves between 1758 and 1800. Meetings, though slow to adopt the concern, pursued it thoroughly in Rhode Island. Stephen Hopkins, who was governor 9 times, was disowned because he would not free his one slave. Cooperation with other Christians in the anti-slavery cause gradually led Friends out of their scheduled religious life. They also became closer to other Protestants through the evangelical movement originally associated with John and Charles Wesley. Friends were concerned with emphasizing the inerrancy and uniqueness of the Bible, the incarnation and atonement of Christ, and other characteristic Protestant doctrines, which, although seldom denied outright by Friends, had tended to be subordinated to the Quietist emphasis on inward light In the early 19th century, most leading English Friends were sympathetic to evangelical ideas, although they did not lose their unity with more traditional-minded Friends. And that is really all I have on this topic of this religion.